now with the winners of the Best Punk Act Award, and the winners are Typhoid Mary. How are you guys tonight?
We're doing swell.
How would you say the Providence or the Rhode Island in general punk scene is thriving right now?
It's pretty awesome, I would say. I don't know. There's so many diverse bands. It's hard to call it just a punk scene. There's a great punk scene, but there's so many different shades of punk rock, and I feel like Providence is just like full of all of that.
I always say, like, you know, Muldowney's is my home away from home, but right next door to there is AS220, and it's so cool to see these young kids. It brings me back to my childhood, just rocking and rolling at AS220, packing the clubs up, and I'm like, I walk by every time, I'm like, man, there's something good going on for the younger generation, even though AI is taking over.
What are some punk albums or bands or songs that you'd say have really stood the test of time and still speak to people today?
The Dead Kennedys right now for me, especially with the political times that are going on, are still more than relevant. Black Flag and the same thing, Circle Jerks, like those are bands that I truly love. The Clash also, just like
The Clash.
Fought the law. We gotta fight the law.
Me as a songwriter, it's like the Ramones inspired me to pick up the guitar, Johnny Thunders with the New York Dolls, and then lyrically, lately, like Pete Doherty of the Libertines, just like, man, like you can be really, almost like Joe Strummer, where you can be really smart with your lyrics, but still keep it traditional punk rock. But those are my three.
And lastly, where can people find out more about your shows, about your music?
Typhoid Mary Band at Instagram, on Facebook. We have our Bandcamp. We just released a new single. We have a new EP coming out very shortly.
Well, thank you very much for being here, and
thank you.
Congrats on winning the award.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here now with the winner of the Favorite Producer Award, Emma Newton. How are you, Emma?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing all right. Thank you very much. So which studio do you typically work at, for those who do not know?
I work at Big Nice Studio in Lincoln, Rhode Island.
What would you say is your favorite genre of music to produce? Like, what's your forte, would you say?
I love to produce anything quirky. I love to take traditional instruments, like how can you turn guitar, ukulele, or harp, or classical things like that into really crazy, wonky, quirky sounds. I love to just get experimental with the normal.
What would you say is the coolest sound you got out of a normal instrument?
I would say the coolest sound I've ever gotten out of, if you consider harp a normal, in the classical style instrument, I ran it through 2 bit crushers, 2 tape machines, an echo and a reverb, and got my favorite harp sound of all time, and it sounds like bugs and caterpillars.
Wow. Okay,
in my opinion.
never would have thought a harp would sound like bugs and caterpillars, but that's what the favorite producer does. What is your favorite piece of recording equipment?
My pair of Jay-Z microphone, V67, large condenser mics.
Very, very cool. And you are Space Cowboy Newt.
I am Space Cowboy Newt.
Play live.
I do, yes.
Very cool. And where can people find out more about your music and things you've produced?
Well, I'm on Spotify under Space Cowboy Newt, and my Instagram handle is the same thing, Space Cowboy Newt.
Well, thank you so much for being here tonight, and congrats on winning this award.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, I'm here now with the winner of the Favorite Album Award, Murder of Crows by Marc Cutler. How are you today, Marc?
I'm great. This is a really sweet surprise. This stage of the game, I didn't think I'd be winning all the awards, but it's really nice to get this.
And what can you tell us about this album? What went into making it, the inspiration behind the songs, things like that?
Well, it took a few years. I did it mostly at my house and in my little home studio, but you know, I had some friends play drums and bass guitar. Jimmy Berger, Rick Kudo, trying to keep it current, keep it fresh, and keep it true to my roots as well. So, you know, that's what went into it.
You mentioned some of the people who worked on the album with you. Is there anyone that you want to shout out or thank for their contributions to the record?
Absolutely. Jimmy Berger, Rick Kudo, Richard Reed, Dave Richardson, my bandmates, you know. My wife for putting up with me, you know, like I would get up 5 a.m. and work on music, and you know, like she'd be going to sleep and I'd be going back into the studio.
And where can people hear the album? Is it out everywhere?
It's out everywhere. It's on all streaming services, and I think I'm going to get it reprinted now. Like I sold out the first print.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on the award.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
No problem.